Take 5 with Ricovibes, the ultimate in entertainment. Live interviews, social commentary, and so much more. Go tell somebody you're now locked into Take 5 with Ricovibes. This episode of Take 5 with Ricovibes is brought to you by...
The most talked about Friday night party goes down every Friday. Feel Good Friday. Each and every Friday night inside Bliss Lounge, featuring Atlanta's hottest DJs weekly with a guaranteed vibes. Free birthday sections plus lots of drink and bottle specials all night. To reserve VIP sections, call 404-304-9968. Everyone free with RSVP. Get tickets online at feelgoodfridayreturn.eventbrite.com. It's a vibe. Feel Good Fridays at Bliss Lounge, 5471 Memorial Drive in Stone Mountain.
What's up, everybody? It's yours truly, Ricovibes, and welcome to another edition of Take 5. I got a special guest in the building, Mr. Reuben Shaw.
Bless. You already know what it is.
Welcome to the show, my brother.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, man. Where do I start? Because you got such a long background. So, you know, you're an artist.
Yes.
You're an actor.
Yep.
Which one comes first?
Man, everybody asks me that, and I always be like, yo, I don't. At this point, I really don't know how to break it down. I'm an actor on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm an artist. I mean, just consider myself a consummate entertainer. Gotcha. You know, but if I had to say which one comes first, so I was an artist before I was an actor. You don't know the thing. Okay. You know?
So, you've got a famous family, of course.
Yep.
Who is your family?
My family is the Morgan family, you know, royal family of reggae music. Morgan Heritage, the Grammy Award winning group. Those are my uncles and my aunt. My grandfather, the late great Denroy Morgan. I'm the eldest grandkid in the family.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Who's your mother?
My mother is Janet. That's the eldest child. She the one who originally started it all, as far as what you want to call the music and all that. And then everybody else just followed suit.
I mean, there's so many kids in that family. It's hard to keep up. Because I know the family well.
Man, I can't even keep up, man.
You can't even keep up. You're part of the family.
I can't even keep up, man. I'm like, yo, who? Oh, did I meet? No. Do I know
have you met everybody in the family?
I've met the majority of the family. What I'll say is everybody in the family know me. I might not know everybody.
Gotcha.
But
there's one of you, and there's a whole bunch of them.
Yes, exactly. I mean, as far as the cousins go, the grandkids go, it's 140 of us. Wow. So, I don't know every single one of us. Wow. I probably know 1/3 of them.
Got you.
But we all know each other. Like, we know of each other. We know we exist. But the family just got so big. Like, how? You know?
So your journey in entertainment started in the music?
Yes, absolutely.
What kind of music did you start on?
I mean, I started right there, man. I was born in 87. Okay. So I was right there when Morgan Heritage was really becoming that group. I was there as a child watching them rehearse. I was there watching Reggae Sunsplash when they got that deal. You know, I was there. So when we were growing up, and I say we because basically I was growing up with them while they were growing up. I mean, our influence obviously was my grandfather and what he did with the reggae and the pop fusion, the R&B and how he did I'll Do. So a lot of the music that I was listening to as a young kid was like the New Editions, the Bobby Browns. But of course, we knew all the dancehall. We knew the Shabbas. We knew the Bushus. We knew all of that. So we grew up in the mix of the whole culture, hip-hop, R&B, reggae, dancehall, the all of that. And I just took everything in that I saw. You know what I mean?
I mean, it was like a sponge, obviously, because you're around so much talent.
I sucked it all in.
Gotcha.
I wanted to be them. You know what I mean? So I didn't know how I was gonna get there. I just thought that, yo, I'm in this family. I'm gonna do whatever that I can do to be at that level.
Was it automatic though? Were you expected to go that route?
I'm not going to say that I was expected. I mean, my parents, they had me get classically trained musically. I played the guitar from the age of 6 to 13. Every Saturday having lessons, recitals, performing, all that stuff from I was 6 years old till I was 13 years old. So, you know, they put the gift in my hand and they made sure that you know, I did it right and I was professionally trained. But I don't think it was like, yo, he's gonna do.
Gotcha.
They left it up to me. They still wanted me to get the education because our family, before I graduated college, there wasn't a lot of males that graduated college in my family. So I was one of the first males on the Morgan side of the family to get my degree. And but after I got the degree, it was like
it's like anything goes after that.
Anything goes.
What do you have a degree in?
Communications.
Okay.
Yeah. I graduated from University of Central Florida.
That's what's up.
Spent my first 2 years at Tuskegee University. So started at business administration, got into the communications because ultimately I want to be in entertainment.
Gotcha.
I wanted to learn business and I wanted to learn how to speak to people.
You got to know the business side in order to
exactly.
You better know the business side.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you'll go broke in a minute.
Exactly.
You know
That's the point.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So through all of that, I wanted to get that behind me because I knew that the music was never gonna go nowhere. You know.
Okay. So you're also now an actor.
Yeah.
At what point did you get into that? Or was it always in
chasing my music dreams?
Okay.
Like 2010, 2011. I had a couple placements with one of my uncles in the Shire from the group LMS back in the day. And we placed music on the TV show Single Ladies, VH1.
Okay.
So I had two of them songs that got on in the TV world. And at that time, I was actually working out here in Atlanta at Icon Studios and up at Studio Plex Studios with Stevie J, the hip hop producer, and Daddy O, the hip hop rapper. And being in their studios and stuff, you know, Daddy O was like, you know, you got this Fresh Prince kind of vibe. Right. You know, you got this style about you. You should probably try to get into the acting. And I don't want to hear that. You know, I never even. I'm like, what? Right. What are you talking about? But the job that I had to go to places and, you know, be a director's assistant on like Monique's show and CBS Sports with Tony Barnhart. So I got exposed to it and I enjoyed it. And once I did get in front of the camera and I saw myself back,
right,
I kind of started believing like I could do this. And then I just started jumping into the opportunities and things started happening, you know, just
right place, right time type of stuff.
Right place, right time, man. Like I was just supposed to be an extra. I was in Dirty Grandpa with Robert De Niro, Zac Efron. I was just going up to be an extra. I was broke. I was trying to get some money. Woke up 5 o'clock in December one morning, got to the set. Next minute you know I was a stand-in on the set. Next minute you know they upped me to feature. So I was a feature and a stand-in in a movie. I'm out there eating lobsters with Robert De Niro for 2 weeks and all that. Like, and it just kind of happened. And once it started happening like that, I just kept chasing the roles.
Did you ever take any acting classes?
Nah, I never took an acting class in my life. Never took an acting class. I hope to.
You hope to? Okay.
But it's looking like more or less I'll be putting on acting classes.
So you've been doing it now, what, about 12 years?
Yeah.
11, 12 years?
Yeah.
You know, what is the end goal for you?
You know, right now I'm dabbling in the film production side. So I just finished my first feature film, and which will be coming out soon. The end goal is there is no end goal. It's to keep doing this as long as I can.
Okay.
Producing the best content that I can.
Right.
Influencing and inspiring people from all different, you know, backgrounds to chase the dream. And chase whatever dream it is, because your dream, when it becomes a reality, it could take on so many different routes and take you to so many places that you didn't think it was going to do. Right. So for me, it's just to continue to do it and see where it takes me. Wow. You know what I mean?
Wow. How do you balance, though? You have, you know, one day you're an artist, you know, being in the studio. The other day you're an actor. The other day you're behind the scenes producing. Yeah. How do you balance all those hats?
You know, I really don't know.
You don't even think about it?
I don't even think about it. It's become a lifestyle.
Gotcha.
You got to make this thing your lifestyle.
Got it.
You gotta make a choice, a conscious decision to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it despite whatever comes at me in life. For me, it might be a 6-7 months where I'm just in the music studio.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Or it might be a 3-4 months where I'm just trying to seek roles and picking up roles or whatever. But that's what it was in the earlier or the earlier days, at this point, it's so many opportunities that come at me that I don't even have the time to think about it. It's just like get up and go do it. Just get up and go do it. It'll all make sense in the end. You know, that's my vision. It'll all make sense in the end.
Wow. Do you realize who your family is in the grand scope of things?
Do I realize? Yeah, I realize it, but I don't think about it.
Gotcha.
Because I'm in the family.
Got it.
And I do contribute a significant part, especially to the next 25, 30 years of my family's history. When I was younger, it was more of a, Joe, this is my family. This is who my family is. But now, you know, I got little cousins, nieces and nephews, son, who's looking at me like this is who my family is.
Got it.
That's my uncle. That's my dad. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like I'm just continuing to carry a legacy that I'm just trying to make sure it goes for the next 70 years. You know what I mean? So, but I do understand the significance of who we are and what we bring to the world.
Yeah. The one thing I will say about your family is that I've known them for many years, and they're so grounded and so humble. You know, it's something that is hard to do, especially when you've achieved as much as you guys have achieved. You know what I'm saying? So, is that something that you guys work at, or is it just a natural thing for you?
Well, we grew up as Rastas, you know, my grandfather was really a devout Rastaman. So, from I was a kid, you know, we wake up in the morning, I pray. You feel me? Every day was prayer before school type situation. Saturday, we kept the Sabbath. And no matter what, it didn't matter. Even as years passed and I started seeing my uncles get even more famous, they still had Saturday Sabbath.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? So we were grounded in the word of God and grounded in just the morals and the values of the culture. So it's hard. It's hard to stray away from that when it's put in you at such a young age.
It's instilled in you.
It's instilled in you. So, I mean, I think even when we think, I think we're very humble to outside.
Right.
But within our family there's definitely some egos. There's definitely
is there competition as well within the family?
Yeah, it's friendly competition. Of
course,
you know what I mean.
It's got to be.
I'll always say, man, I'm competing with everybody. You know what I mean? But it's a friendly competition. I'm competing so that the next man can get up and turn up his thing and do what he gotta do. I want us all to be on top. You know what I mean? And sometimes they gotta see a certain figure turning up to a certain kind of level where they say, yo, I'm not gonna let rules up. Jamiri, drop no. All right, boom. All right, Samagan heritage, boom. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's keep doing it because that's what the world likes. We have fans. Yeah. I mean, if we don't keep that fire brewing, what's gonna happen? True. So it's even those who don't say it. It's there.
Quietly, it's there.
You're competing. you want to show that you're still on top.
Who's the best chef? I know Gramps is a good chef. Man, who's the best chef in the family?
Best chef, man. For me, Gramps is a great chef. He definitely throws down.
Yeah.
But for me, Laza is when Laza
one
decides
by one
to
Laza.
cook. Yeah, one by one, Mr. One by one, Laza, you're done. When Laza decides to cook, you be like, who made this? They be like, yeah, man, Laza did that. You be like, yo, every time.
I can imagine what the family get-togethers are like because it's such a huge family.
It's always a celebration, man. It's always, when we do get together, there's nothing more beautiful that I've ever experienced in my life, man. It doesn't even matter. It could be a good time. It could be a sad time, like when we lost our grandfather, my grandfather. But when we're together, we're happy. My grandfather's favorite song was "The More We Are Together, the Happier We Shall Be." But it's literally that. And when you got 200 people, we the same cloth, same blood, and we ain't seen each other in so many years, and then we're all together, and it's nothing more beautiful than that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You were born here in the U.S.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
How do you keep your roots, being that you have Jamaican heritage as well?
Yeah. Me, I always go back.
Gotcha.
I'm always in Jamaica. Every 6 months, I'm making a trip.
Gotcha.
I always go back for Dream Weekend, Independence Day
you know what
weekend.
time it is then.
I turn up.
You know what time
I turn
it
up,
is.
and I've been doing that since I was 13. So
Okay.
I'm 35. I don't miss it. I don't miss it. I don't miss the opportunities to be there. And then once I got older, and I started establishing myself in the game a certain kind of way, it was nothing for me. It's nothing for me to go to Jamaica. So I try to always maintain myself to go back, embrace the culture. I want to do it more. I want to get more involved with the artists and even social media stars on them Monday. But I just stay true to myself and stay true to who I am. When you a Jamaican, you a Jamaican. You know what I mean? And
whether you were born there or not. Yeah.
Whether you were born there or not. So I refuse to let go of my culture. I refuse. It's just like you just can't take that out of me. Right. You know what I mean? Right. And the fact is, we're not the same. Us from the diaspora, we're just not the same as the Americans. True. So you better stay as who you are, or else you can get lost in the sauce. We're not the same.
How do you describe your music?
Yeah, my music. It's all music, man. My music is commercial. Yeah. You know, I come with a more popular music vibes.
Gotcha.
So it's R&B, hip hop, dancehall, some reggae roots type stuff, but I try to fuse it all the way Denroy was doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay. If I was to compare to all the artists in my family, I would compare myself to my grandfather, Denroy. Yeah. You know, he was a crossover star.
Right.
You know, he was the Jamaican dude singing that disco.
I think Mojo is the other one that comes. Mojo got that hip hop.
Mojo got a hip hop type style too. Like he'll get kind of hip hop sometimes. Yeah. So I'm in that kind of realm, man. Okay. But I could do it all.
Gotcha.
I have unlimited range. I want hits, man. I want to make hits. So I want to stay in that realm of, you know, with the Chris Browns and the Tory Lanez and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And whatever way that I got to do it, that's how I do it.
Gotcha. Who do you look up to? You know, obviously you look up to your family in terms of the artist side of it. In terms of the actor and actress side of it, who do you look up to?
Yeah, man. Obviously the greats like Al Pacino. Like I said, I worked with Robert De Niro, so even working with De Niro, I just was able to pick up certain things where I just started studying all his works, and clearly we know Denzel, Tom Hanks,
of course.
Those are really the cats that I watch. You know, I study their works. There's a lot of up and coming actors out there. There's a lot of things going on, but you know, I look up to the greats, the greatest, and I think that's what's helped me in my career, because I study their works, and then when I try to apply everything to the roles that I take from them, and it's pretty much worked out. So like I said, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Tom Hanks, Denzel Washington, Lawrence Fishburne, Angela Bassett, that's who I study. You know, I look up to all of them collectively at the same rate, because you could learn from everybody. You know what I mean?
Is there a role that you just wouldn't take?
Well, I wouldn't play any gay person.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? No offense to the community. That's just not what I do.
Right.
And you know, a lot of these movies these days have a lot of these sex scenes and all that. I ain't really into that.
Gotcha.
You gotta pay me like $15 million for that. like, you know what I'm saying? Right. I ain't gonna say never, because somebody might put that check out. I'll be like, I can feed the next 4 generations. Right. But you know, that's not really my flavor. You know what I mean? Try to keep it cool.
Right. What's your criteria when you look at a role? When you look at playing a role, what do you look for?
Script got to be great.
Gotcha.
Script got to be on point. And my character has to be pivotal. Some kind of significant. Doesn't matter if it's 2 lines or if I got 10 scenes.
It's funny you said that, because I interviewed the actor Leon.
Oh, that's
and he said,
fan.
you know, one thing he said to me that really stood out. He says, sometimes he may have a very small role, but it's a pivotal role.
Yeah.
And once it's a pivotal role for the film and the character, he takes it. It doesn't matter how big it is.
Doesn't matter how big it is. If it's written right, and I can identify as that character, and I transform and become that character, it's right, because I know that when that audience watches it, they're gonna believe. They're gonna believe that I'm really that person.
Gotcha.
They're gonna believe it, and if the movie's good enough, come on, man.
Right.
They're not gonna leave the movie without saying, "Yo, you was this guy.
Gotcha.
You killed it.
Gotcha.
I loved what you did." You know what I mean? So I look for a great script, a good cast. I don't look for a great cast. I look for a good cast, and a great director. A great director is pivotal for a film. So if the director is cool and I know I've seen a couple of their works and seen what they're doing and I believe in them, then I'm willing to take that role. Every role is a risk. Yeah. It's a chance that it's not gonna pop off the way you thought it was. Or it's not gonna feel the way you thought it was. But if the energy is there behind it, I'm gonna take it.
Is awards important to you? I know you just recently got an award.
Yeah.
But is those accolades important to you?
I'll say this. In terms of me and how I'm going about my career right now and how I continue to grow, no.
Okay.
But understanding what the significance of me winning those awards and getting those accolades are to, like, my kid, my nephews, my niece, my family, my brothers, my mom, my dad, who's my aunts and uncles who have watched me grow in this industry.
Right.
And since I was a kid, it means something to them. It's like carrying the legacy. So for me, I don't really care. You don't have to give me awards, but to get acknowledged and get the awards, I do understand how much that means to those who helped groom me into the man that I am today. To get an award is not something that is easy, that everybody gets. So you have to respect and be honored when you're honored. You know what I mean? But I don't seek awards.
Right.
I don't seek none of that. My mom always told me, like, never care about those things. Do you? You know what I mean? Those who recognize you will recognize you. Those who don't, it ain't gonna bother you because they don't know them. You know what I mean? So it's all good. But they do have a significance and an importance to anyone's career.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
But it can elevate you to the next level because other people, you get exposed to other other folks.
Absolutely. Yeah. But I'm not opposed. If you got awards, send them to me, baby. Let's do it.
What's your favorite role thus far?
Oh man, I've done a lot of true crime TV
I saw
shows,
that. I was checking out your social media and stuff.
Man, I've done a lot of true crime roles. But I just did a movie called Savage Revenge. Man, I like that role too, but maybe that's not my favorite role.
Probably hard to tell.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'll be dropping my first feature film called Selector in a couple months, and honestly, that was my favorite role. Man,
is it what I think it is? It is about a selector on a sound system.
Yeah. So I mean, other side of the family, my father, he used to be a DJ when I was a young kid.
Okay.
And I basically took a little bit of his story and a little bit of my story and made a story out of it.
Gotcha.
And we made an incredible script, and I got to play a DJ and kind of like, channel some of that energy, being a DJ or a club promoter or whatever. Right. And I just loved playing that character. So that's probably one of my favorite characters that I played. I called him Top Celebrity Rob, like my pops, you know what I mean? But it's not his life story, it's like loosely based type situation. But every role to me is like my baby, man. Like, especially the true crime shows, man. I love playing killers, man. I don't know, man. Like, I love playing a killer, man. So every time I do one of those roles, I have the most fun, and I just couldn't put any role above another.
Gotcha. Sure. What's next for you?
Yeah, man. More movies. Just got a script right before I came in here. I was like, wow, okay. It's still going. But we definitely getting back in the music studio with the family. You know, third generation of the Morgan family. Yeah. There's a lot of, but there's a lot of up and coming stars. And me being, I can't believe I'm saying this, but one of their elders. It's crazy. Wow. I'm there in the lab with them.
Yeah.
And finding some joy, creating some new music. And we definitely about to come with a whole bunch of brand new music. And fusion the sounds. The reggae, dancehall, and the R&B and hip hop. Got producers in our family that have figured out a way to make some crazy beats.
Do you find it challenging to live up to that? Because, you know, Morgan Heritage is Morgan Heritage. They've won the Grammy Award, Morgan Heritage. So I'm pretty sure it'd be challenging to live up to that standard.
Nah, not at all.
Okay.
I'm not dumb.
Gotcha.
I'm me.
Gotcha.
I'm creating my own standard.
Got it.
And they respect it. So, you know, it's nothing but trying to make them proud. Right. Making them proud. And I don't even think about that in any kind of way. Mm-hmm. I believe as long as I keep my nose clean, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I put out proper content and I'm continuing to do that, then, you know, I'm doing my job. Morgan Heritage is, you don't get a lot of Morgan Heritage. This world is not seeing a lot of Morgan Heritage. No,
not at all.
You know, you got to give credit where credit is due. Legends are legends.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to be a legend like them. You know what I mean?
In your own right.
In my own right. So it's not a challenge. The only challenge for me is life in itself.
Got it.
Yeah.
What lessons do you have to teach you? You have a son.
Yeah.
Growing up in a family like you have, what lessons can you pass down to your son?
Stay humble. Mm-hmm. Know who you are.
Gotcha.
But stay humble. Because life is life. Things will come up in your life. Expect it. That could shift you on a path that you know you were going on.
Right.
But if you're humble and you're focused, you can keep God first. You know? Obviously keep God first. Chase your dreams. Chase your dream. Mm-hmm. And don't get discouraged when even that route takes a couple
If something
turns.
Fails, you just try again.
Never stop. Never quit. Yeah. Longevity is the key.
Yes.
Longevity is the key. And stay positive. Those are the lessons I'm gonna teach my son. I teach my son right every day. And I'm telling you, be you. Be you. Just be you. Don't worry about it. You ain't gonna have nothing to worry about. You yourself.
Gotcha.
That's what I tell anybody in this world.
Right.
All over the world. Jamaica, America, Europe. All over. Be yourself. Be you. Keep God first.
Where can folks find you? Where can they follow you?
Yeah, y'all can find me on Instagram, obviously, at Reubshaw, REUBZSHAW. I got the YouTube page that got a couple of my sketch comedy shows. Reubs Iggy, REUBZIGGY. And just...
So you do comedy as well?
Yeah, sketch comedy. I'm still an actor and I'm a writer, so
gotcha.
I get stand-up comedians to come be in my sketches, and that's what I'm trying to do. Like, so even when I'm really watching a lot of, you know, the Jamaicans do their little skits and stuff, so I'm starting to connect with them. I'm trying to put a movie together soon about that. So just follow me, man. Google me, baby. If you Google me, you're gonna find me, and if you Google me and you find me, you're gonna find what's next. So just stay tuned and just get on the IG. Just get on the Reubshaw IG, and everything you need to know is there.
All right. What's your parting words to the world?
Parting words to the world, man. Live good. Live good. Live life. Be you. And keep spreading love, man. Keep spreading love. We did that. Can't feel.
Folks, my special guest today. I mean, I've learned a lot about you, man. You know, I learned a lot about you. I'm actually impressed. I'm inspired by you because, you know, a lot of folks could just rest on the name.
Yeah.
You know, and you obviously out to carve your own path.
Absolutely.
Your own niche.
Absolutely.
You know, so congratulations on that.
Thank you. Right. Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right, brother. It's been another edition of Take 5. My special guest today, Mr. Reuben Shaw, a.k.a. Reuben Morgan.
Yes, both, one and the same.
There you go. Yes. We'll catch you next time on another edition of Take 5.
This episode of Take 5 with Ricovibes is brought to you by
the most talked about Friday night party goes down every Friday. Feel Good Friday. Each and every Friday night inside Bliss Lounge, featuring Atlanta's hottest DJs weekly with a guaranteed vibes. Free birthday sections plus lots of drink and bottle specials all night. To reserve VIP sections, call 404-304-9968. Everyone free with RSVP. Get tickets online at feelgoodfridayreturn.eventbrite.com. It's a vibe. Feel Good Fridays at Bliss Lounge, 5471 Memorial Drive in Stone Mountain.